Hi everyone, Priyasha is back with yet another video. I'm gonna not leave you aside with the things which are still pending. I know that there are a couple of folks who are still not sure about the GK section, so this video will cater to all your needs. All these art aspirants will benefit from it, whether or not you have been doing GK before or this is the last moment thing for you. So I am here with a complete year recap for all of you, all the important news from the entire year all consolidated at one place. So fasten your seatbelts and let's get started with the first set, which is awards and honors. Okay, so there are some news on the top of your screen. I would be reading out the specific ones which I particularly feel are quite relevant to you people. You people can obviously pause the video and check it out on your own as well. Completely fine with whatever you're comfortable with. So the 69th edition of the National Film Awards was announced in the January month itself, and then Goan writer Damodar Moza gets the 57th Janapith Award, and PGCIL wins Global Gold Award for CSR work. CSR work is very special for business schools, so please have a look. Rajasthan's Nandini Gupta crowned the Femina Miss India 2023. Tamil writer Shiva Sankari gets selected for Saraswati Samman. ये क्वेश्चन तो मैंने अपने लाइव सेशंस में भी पूछा था, if you guys can remember. Moving next, we have the set which talks about BAFTA awards and then Golden Book Awards of 2023 winners, and then Rakhi Kapoor awarded the Golden Book Awards for the book Now You Breathe. Dr. Peggy Mohan wins the Matrabhumi Book of the Year 2023, and Ricky Cage becoming the only Indian to win Grammy thrice. This is an important news for sure. Moving next, we have the Golden Globe Awards 2023 winners were also announced. RRR winning the Best Original Song for Natu Natu at Golden Globes. Vivek Agnihotri's Kashmir Files being nominated for Oscars 2023, and Odisha winning the World Habitat Awards for Jaga Mission. So these are important stuff. Now moving to the government policies and schemes, where government introduces bills in LS to replace three British era laws. PM flags off two schemes to revive the wetlands and mangroves. So wetlands and mangroves were specific areas to be concentrated on. आपको कोई भी ऑप्शन इसके अराउंड मिलते हैं तो you should definitely focus on that. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri launches the PM SVAN. So, this is SVAN, which must be having a full form, Nidhi mobile app. Naveen Patnaik government announces new housing scheme in Odisha. Atal Bhujal Yojana water scheme extended by 2 years, and Union Minister Smriti Irani launches the Poshan Bhi Padhai Bhi program. This was one scheme. Then we have the Health Ministry launching the Saksham LMIS, and there are many more policies which completed it 8 years as well. Then the government launching the Vivad Se Vishwas scheme. What is this all about? If you want to Google, you can. But at this point of time, I actually recorded this video in this manner because I know there is so less time, and I literally don't want to waste any time on editing. So I'm doing it in this way. And you guys can also just go through the names so that कुछ नहीं पढ़ने से better है कि आप कुछ पढ़ कर जाओ. Narayan Rane launches the revamped CGT MSc scheme. Government launches the Sangathan Se Samriddhi scheme. Union government gives approval for the installation of 10 nuclear reactors. Union government notifies the revised Manrega wage rates, and ये हमेशा रिवाइज नहीं होता, तो इस साल रिवाइज हुआ है, तो this can be really special. Government to develop the mega textile parks in 7 states under the PM Mitra scheme. This was also considered in one of our live sessions. Okay, PM Kusum is another scheme we have talked about. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana urban scheme got an extend up to 2024, and center named the integrated food security scheme as PMGAY. Then the center rolls out as the integrated food security scheme from 1st of Jan 2023. Now moving to the appointments. Appointments are very important because it includes the important people as well. So Jaya Verma Sinha will be the new chairman of Railway Board. Gitika Srivastav is the first woman to head the Indian mission in Pakistan. Kerala cadre IPS officer Nitin Agarwal will be appointed as the BSF DG, and Praveen Kumar Srivastav will be sworn in as the CVC, that is the Central Vigilance Commissioner. The chairman of UPSC is now Manoj Soni, and India's origin Ajay Banga is said to be the next president of World Bank. Well, that's notable. Next, similar to this is Gopinathan's resigning as the CEO and MD of TCS, and this will be taken over by Kirti Vasan. Shreya Godawat appointed as the India's ambassador for She Changes Climate. Savlon India names Sachin Tendulkar as the world's first hand ambassador. So this can be special news, guys. This is important for sure. Vo Wong Pyong is elected as the new president of Vietnam, and Lieutenant General M.V. Suchindra Kumar will be the new Vice Chief of Indian Army, and Mohammad Shahabuddin would be selected or elected new President of Bangladesh. This is some international news around. Then we have Shamika Ravi appointed as the member of EACPM. Air Marshal AP Singh will become the new Vice Chief of Indian Air Force. Justice A.K. Sikri is appointed as the administrator of the Shooting World Cup, and Praveen Sharma would be appointed as the director of NHA, that is National Health Authority. Herbalife signs up a cricketer Smriti Mandana as the brand ambassador, and Paytm Payments Bank gets an RBI nod for Surendra Chawla as new CEO. That's important. Now coming to the world of sports, we have Chennai Super King beating Gujarat Titans for the fifth IPL title. Indian long jumper Murali Sri Shankar winning the gold, and Sharjah Stadium honors Sachin Tendulkar on his 50th birthday. Jyoti Surekha Venom clenches two gold medals in which game? You guys can search it and tell me in the comment section. Kashmir's first female jiu-jitsu player will be representing India, and Saudi Arabia receives the flag to host the FEI World Cup Finals of 2024. Now, Argentina becoming the world number one football team in FIFA ranking of 2023. Bhaker wins the 25-meter pistol bronze in ISSF World Cup 2023. Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty won the Swiss Open doubles title. Indian women boxers win four gold medals at the Women's World Boxing Championship. Jean Eric Vergi wins the Hyderabad E-Prix, and the Indians men's hockey team's chief coach Graham Reed resigns from the post. Then similar news is about Usman Khwaja winning the Shane Warne's Men's Test Player of the Year. Fifth Khelo India Youth Games 2022 begins in Madhya Pradesh. Australian Open news contains the news that Brazilian duo won the mixed double titles. Netherlands records the biggest ever victory in Hockey World Cup history. And then we have similar news from Malaysia Open. Something about India is that Odisha's CM inaugurated the state of art hockey stadium in Raulkela this year. Now, talking about the defense news, there are a couple of defense news because there are a couple of military exercises taking place like SLEENEX, FreeNex, Swarm drone system. So this one is special because Indian Army gets its first fully operational Swarm drone system. And similarly, you can take a pause and read through the news. Defense news उतना ज़्यादा आता नहीं है, but since we are talking about this, so why not to just read through it a little bit? So you can pause the screen, pause the video and take a screenshot or just read through the pointers, and that will really help you people. By the way, this point is important where Avni Chaturvedi becomes the first IAF woman pilot to participate in the war game. Okay. Similarly, if we talk about the India and the world all together, then India launches the Operation Karuna to assist the cyclone hit Myanmar. Operation Kaveri is where the Indian ships and the aircrafts are bringing the stranded Indians. PM Modi launches the International Big Cats Alliance to save the tiger species. And then we have a couple of more information regarding the business forums being held in different places. Singapore's Chief Justice to address the 73rd anniversary of SC. All these things are very much important. Now they are actually talking about the relationship of India with the world. So take a screenshot or just run through it. It would really be helpful. Indian Railway to run the Bharat Gaurav train between Ayodhya and Janakpur was a new thing to add on. And United Kingdom named the partner country at the Bio Asia of 2023. Similarly, if we come down to the realm of science and technology, we have some important news from the DAM virus, okay, that reads the history from the Android phones. Then we have Poem 2, which conducted an on orbit experiment in the space. Similarly, we have ISRO launching the India's first LVM-3 rocket with 36 satellites, Chandrayaan-3 successfully going through the integrated module dynamic test and also been successful, if we know that. And SpaceX launching its Starlink version 2 into the space. World's first super magnets for testing in nuclear plants were being developed, and Saturn regains the status as a planet with the most moons in the solar system. So keep this in mind. That's a static GK question, by the way. Also talking about the agreements and the MOUs happening with India. So Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs is signing the MOUs with rights. They keep signing MOUs, guys. So it's not very important with all the MOUs, but then certainly some which affects your economy would be definitely considered. Similarly, coming and talking about Nagaland government with Patanjali Foods will sign an MOU for the palm oil cultivation. Again, India signing the thing with South Africa and bringing 12 cheetahs was in news for a long time, if you remember. Similarly, if you just go through the submits in the conferences section, you will find that the ASEAN Summit of 2023 was in news, and India's Y20 pre-summit under G20 presidency was held in Ladakh, and Ministry of Mines organized its first ever mining startup summit also in this year itself. And the second part of it talks about the G20 Sherpa Amit Kant, who inaugurated the India's first model G20 summit. This was also a news in our regular sessions of GK. And the logo and the website of this G20 could have been just checked out on internet. Okay. Now coming to the banking affairs, we have the HDFC Bank merger is the world's fourth largest bank. Need to note it. Also, Canara Bank becoming the first PSB, that is public sector bank, to allow the credit card based UPI payments, and RBI doing a couple of stuff like keeping the repo rate unchanged at 6.5, launching the financial inclusion dashboard of Antardrishti, centralizing the portal of Prava for licensing and approval, doing a lot of stuff, right? Then we have the second part, which talks about Paytm Payments Bank becoming the first to launch the UPI Lite feature, also the WhatsApp banking feature. Then that is done by the India Post Payments Bank, and the Phone Pay launching the cross-border UPI payment services, and RBI launching the green bonds to be auctioned for rupees 8,000 crore each. Wow! And the Bandhan Bank launching the Jahan Bandhan Wahan Trust campaign. These are something which can help you for taglines most probably. Then moving to the business and the economic section, which is the most important section to wind up. Sailesh Pathak has been appointed as the FICCI's Secretary General. Reliance General becomes the first insurer to accept the CBDC. India receiving so many $1 million, the highest ever remittance from 2021-2022. NIA launched the Pay As You Drive vehicle insurance policy. Union budget was also released, where the lab grown diamonds were a matter of fact, and Mishti scheme were for the mangrove plantation. So remember, mangrove in any option, you know what to take. Similarly, the budget specifics were about the PM Pranam scheme also. What is that? You can Google it, otherwise let it be. You just remember the names, okay? Then Urban Infrastructure Development Fund was UIDF funds, one full form to note. And PayRoop is the India's fastest payment app which has been launched. PayRoop. Now talking about the index and the reports, so Mukesh Ambani is overtaking Gautam Adani again to become the richest Indian globally. Ministry of Defense becomes the largest buyer of the MSME goods of 2022. IMF India to remain the fastest growing major economy in the world. NSE world's largest derivatives browse for the fourth year in this year, and the AISHE, that is the All India Survey on Higher Education, was released this year itself. Okay, also organic farming is in a lot of buzz now, so you can keep that in mind. Also, Mukesh Ambani is the number one among all the Indians in the brand guardianship index of 2023 as well. Jio is India's strongest brand, ranked ninth globally, and Shah Rukh Khan ranks third on the world's richest actors list. Oh, that's important to note. And finally, we move down to the national news, where the Miss World for 2023 was held in Kashmir this time, so something specific to add on. And vote from home option was given in Karnataka for the first time ever, and PM Modi inaugurated the 118 kilometers long Bangalore Mysuru Expressway project. There were many more important news as well. Also, Karnataka's Hosala temples were inscribed to be on the UNESCO's World Heritage List, guys. So this is also something which makes news. Similarly, the world's longest railway platform is in Hubali, Dharwad, and India installs the world's first bamboo barrier as well. India's first waste to hydrogen plant was set up in Pune. Visva Bharati University, world's first living heritage university. Indian Railways have launched the WhatsApp food delivery facility through Zoop, and the central government renames the Mughal Gardens as Amrit Udyudyan. So, सारे names change हो रहे हैं धीरे धीरे. NCRT notifies India's first national assessment regulator called as Parak. Parak. Okay, the basic meaning is Parak. And Kerala's Kollam has become the first constitution literate district in India. The world's longest river cruise is in Ganga is called Ganga Villas now. 26th National Youth Festival took at the Hubali Dharwad, and Union government approves the National Green Hydrogen Mission. This hydrogen mission is important. President Murmu inaugurates the Samvidhan Udyan in Jaipur, and NTPC starts India's first green hydrogen blending operation. National Institute of Water and Sanitation is there in Kolkata here. Now coming to international news, everyone. New Zealand is the world's first country to ban the thin plastic bag. Japan's parliament has passed a bill to raise the age of the consent from, I think it was raised from 2018 to 21. I'm not sure. Just check it. The information is incomplete here. World Bank launches the first road safety project in South Asia. The first women's kabaddi league inaugurated in Dubai, and Russia's own chat GPT is called as Giga Chat. Syria declared as world's largest narco state, and Poland to be the first NATO country to provide fighter jets to Ukraine. First ever. If they are not including Ukraine in it, at least providing them with fighter jets. So it's important news. UAE announces the world's first free zone for digital and virtual. I think it's for going around. And Nokia changes logo first time in 60 years. World's highest weather station is on Everest. And Equatorial Guinea confirms the first Marburg virus disease outbreak, and South Africa declares the state of disaster over electricity crisis, and devastating earthquakes have hit Turkey and Syria, worst in 84 years. And Australia announces the removal of British monarchy from its banknotes. Finally, moving down to the last slide, UNESCO designates Ukraine's Odisha as the world's heritage in danger site. Canada to commercialize the world's first photonic based quantum computer. Uganda declares the end of the Ebola disease outbreak, and UNSC, that is United Nations of Security Council, have got new members to join in, and China becomes the first country in Asia to launch the hydrogen powered train, and Croatia adopts the EU's common currency euro and joins the shit, I can't pronounce this. It's a Segnin area. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. All right. So with this, I would wind up the video for now. Within 20 minutes itself, we covered up all the important news of the year 2023, which will not only be useful in the GK section, but will also give you some facts and pointers to write down on in the essay also. And the folks who are confused about what to do from the essay at this last moment, it is always recommended to come and join the Telegram group of mine and read the essays of others and my reviews on it. Remember, the facts and data are definitely appreciated, but that's not mandatory. The thing which is mandatory is how well you put it forward in the your thought process is checked over here. So just stick to that, and with this I take your leave. All the very best, guys, and please perform really nice in the exam, and I would definitely vouch on you people. I'll wait for your results, and I'll no matter what happens, this will be constant that you guys are deserving. Remember this. So stay calm and compose in the examination. All the very best, guys. See you in the next video.